Real quick update. Regulator is mounted because I have a pressure takeoff fitting. It's -10. We have -10 feeding the regulator. We have a -8 return going back to the pump. These will feed the carburetor, of course your boost reference, and then I've got a gauge that comes here. This gauge up here to show pressure before the regulator is going to go in here. We've already got the hat. I've drilled and tapped it and put another fitting in the very back of it. For boost reference, I was told coming out the side is not a good idea. You want it in the very back, so that's what we've done. I'm still waiting on the boost reference power valves to put in this. I'm going to go ahead and try it the way it is first with the 4.5. And I've got a 2.5, and then I got 2 boost reference power valves coming. I now have all polished stainless 4-inch. Basically, it's going to be a short sweep 90. Then we should be able to come up with a 45, and out here, might have to put a small piece of pipe in the middle. The box is in place. And then we'll go back here and look underneath. There's the return line. Now on the pump itself, it's hung. I'm waiting my relay from MagnaFuel. It's a dual relay to put in there. It's coming today. There's a -10 line feeding it through a Earl's filter into the pump, out. I've still got to run the -8 bypass line up to the cell. There's the feed line going up front and return line coming back. I've got to get all that tied up yet. And that bypass line will go right there. There's a 10-8 adapter to hook it in, just like I got on that side. Need to put that back in there real quick. I got plenty of hose left. There's some 8 and some 10. I got plenty left. I got plenty of fittings. The fittings I thought came from Color Fittings have not shown up yet. That's why we just went ahead and got all of this in black locally. I don't know what the holdup is on them, but they were sent through the U.S. Postal Service, so everything through their drags. But that's what we're going to go with now. And I had to offset it like that because of the length of this. It's nice to keep everything straight and perpendicular and all that, but it is what it is. Had to cut the bracket down, just mounted it off the valve cover bolt. Then this block will go back here at the very back. Probably I got some different fittings for this, a little bit shorter. This deal's leaving this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and cut them where I want them cut. He said to go ahead and cut them. And my boy's going to take it over to him. I got all the lines now to run this -6 lines. I found some -6 male hose ends. So I can run the lines up to right here, tap into this for these 2 coolers, which I'm going to go ahead and use. I've got a small Mazir electric pump, and I got a 2.5 gallon tank that'll go in the bed. And then I got another little special surprise coming that's going to go on up here somewhere. And I'll make a video of that when it gets here. I just ordered it like 5 minutes ago, so it's going to go right in that area up there to help with stuff. I may, while we're waiting on everything, go ahead and pull the quick car gauges out, because I have some oil-filled autometer gauges, temperature gauges, which are electric sending unit to get rid of the capillary tube, and 2 manual oil pressure gauges as well. They're the oil-filled ones from autometer, similar to the oil-filled pressure gauge that's out there. got to get out here and clean up. It's a mess. And then basically I got 2 of these. One of them was going to go back there at the pump, but I'm kind of holding off on that to catch the pressure underneath, but I don't need it now that I got that other one up there. And then this will go on to show pressure after the regulator, this oil filled gauge. Measure Man, they've always worked good for me. There's the other one in case I mess up. There's both of the blow-off valves. And hopefully this spring works. I put the lighter spring in it, but if we have to, we'll change it. There's another spring kit for the distributor, which I've already got a silver and a blue in it. And it's got the, I think it already has a silver bushing, which is right there in it too. I'm going to double check that that's actually the bushing I need. The paperwork tells you how to set all that up for the Advance. All the clamps, some silicone intake systems for all the charge pipe, hose for the boost reference to the ignition box, to the boost gauge, which will be here today too, along with that relay for the fuel pump. And this is all Turbo Smart. All the hose I got on there is from Turbo Smart. They were the same price as everybody else and good stuff. But it's getting closer. The box is wired. I've got to heat shrink those 2 connections right there by the race equip sticker. And other than that, I got to change the coil out. I've got a different coil from MSD. It's a HVAC high voltage coil that they recommended for that box, and take the Blaster 3 off, put it up. So, but we're getting there slowly. It's just, and now it's getting parts and getting time to work on it. And today I won't be doing nothing. My wife took a paid day off, and we're going to spend the day together. So, no grandson up today. So, we ain't had time to ourselves in months and months and months. Well, actually, it's been over a year that we've had a whole day to just do what we want together. So, I'm going to do that today. And then I thought I'd show you. Those are the 2 Carter pumps. Now, these pumps together would have put out enough as far as fuel flow together. They're both of them, I think they're either 75 or 90 gallon pumps, but I'm not sure. They're both rated at 9 to 12 psi. So, I don't know. One's like the old style and the new style, but they were the same part number. But I'll put them up and save them for something else. So, yeah, it'd been nice if that would have worked, but everybody's told me again that don't flow very well. So, we went ahead and bought that Extreme Velocity Pro Series because the regular hat, from what I understand, but people told me, it's set so low that it hits, like this one just barely clears. Just barely clears, you know, by not even a 1/4 inch, you're hitting the needle and seat, where the other one from Extreme Velocity actually hits, and people have to weld a ring onto the bottom of this. So I got the Pro Series hat that's already got the 1-inch spacer belt made into it. So, but, yep. I'll sit down and weld all this up. I'm just going to use stainless wire and MIG weld the exhaust together. Then I'll brush it and clean it up. But it won't look as good as if you TIG welded it, but I can lay a pretty good bead with it. I've done enough of it now, putting the exhaust together on this damn thing, that I've got good at welding with it. So, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, we run it for about, I don't know, 10-20 seconds the other night. Lifters, everything sounded good. So, get the timing set, total timing set, then come back, make sure I got my advanced curve and timing and all that set right, and then we'll get it set up to the box where it can pull timing out. Like I said, I'll probably start at like 6 pounds of boost, and then we'll creep up from there on it. So, I'm not trying to set the world on fire with it. If it runs as good as I like on 6 pounds, it'll stay on 6 pounds. But if it don't get after it like I want, then we'll start turning the boost up. That's why I got 2 manual boost controllers. They move in quarter-pound increments. So, and a lot of these parts, although I'm new to this, is all stuff that I've had people, either I know or my son knows, that have used this stuff. And I've got a friend that's going to come over that's more educated in the world of turbos, that's going to come over and help me get it dialed in once we get it running. So, and at that point we may go put it on a dyno. I don't know. He's talking about possibly doing that to get it tuned. So with that being said, you know, there's a couple local dynos around here, you know, within, you know, 100-mile radius. So we'll see what happens. So everybody stay safe. God bless. And I'll put more up when I got more.